Hello, I'm reading from a copy of Self-Realization Fellowship Lessons that I downloaded from angelfire.com. I'm starting at the bottom of page 5 on S1P6. Thoughts to live by. The motion or energy or life force within you is that which heals. The only purpose of external physical methods is to rouse this life energy. Self-Realization Fellowship Lessons teach you how to rouse by will the life energy, parentheses, life force that creates every part, every organ of the body. The link between the mind and flesh is supplied by the life force. When, by willpower, you can contact that dynamic power, a steady current will go through your hands and eyes, and you will say, "Oh, I thought that this little body contained only a fragile little life, easily crushed by storm or accident. But now I realize that beneath this life is the cosmic life." These SRF lessons teach you how to contact cosmic life. When you are attuned to the cosmic life, you will never tire because you will feel beneath your energy the ocean of God's cosmic energy. The greatest method is to tap that energy directly from the inner source and not through the artificial stimuli of medicines, emotion, and so on. Then you can say, "Right beneath the flesh is a tremendous current. I forgot it, but now by digging with the pickaxe of self-realization, I have discovered that life force again. I and my Father are one. I am not the flesh. I am the charge of divine electricity that permeates this body." Affirmation: I am youthful, I am youth. I am healthy, I am health. I am strong, I am strength. I am immortal, I am immortality. Self-Realization Fellowship Lesson S1P7. Initiate us with thine eternal abundance, by Paramahansa Yogananda. Heavenly Father, thou art our cosmic house of supply. Bless us all that we may manifest thy blessings in our health, in our mental aspirations, and in our soul expressions. Thou art the life in the stars. Thou art the energy in the atom. Heavenly Father, teach us to charge ourselves with thine unlimited power, with thine unlimited wisdom, and with thine unlimited originality. Forgive us our transgressions, our willful wanderings in the land of error. Bring us to the right path. Show us that thou art the supreme source of health. Show us that thou art the ocean of life. Show us that thou art the fountainhead of all wisdom. Shake away our ignorance. Shake away our diseases. Shake away all our suffering. Let the flood of thy wisdom carry away the dross that is within us. Tear away the veil that hides thy face from us. Come as a burning light. Come as the glory in the stars. Come as the immortal power of our thoughts. Father, we will never be satisfied with anything except thee. We want thy guidance, thy strength, thy counsel in everything. As often as we think wrongly, let thy whisper in the temple of silence guide us to the right path, which leads to thee. Come, Father, come. Initiate us in thy creative power of eternal abundance. Prayer. O conscious cosmic energy, it is thou who dost directly sustain my body. Solid, liquid, and gaseous foods are converted and spiritualized into energy by thy cosmic energy. Therefore, it is thy cosmic energy that supports my body. Art of Energization, Part 3. All true scriptures have a threefold meaning, because they are intended to benefit mankind on the three planes of human existence: the material, the mental, and the spiritual. The scriptures are indeed divine wells whose wisdom waters man may draw to quench his threefold thirst for material, mental, and spiritual fulfillment. Physical well-being is not necessarily a prerequisite for spiritual perfection. It is desirable, however, because it is more difficult to make the effort to achieve spiritual perfection when physical inharmonies are present. The aspiring devotee who is not well physically may become discouraged because it is not easy to concentrate or to meditate uninterruptedly upon God when bodily aches and pains are clamoring for attention. A body that is relaxed and calm conduces to mental peace, which is necessary for meditation, the spiritual art of communing with God. Therefore, one of the first steps in a balanced program of spiritual development is relaxation of the mind and body. That is, the calming of the activities of the heart, lungs, circulatory system, and of the restless movements of the muscles stimulated by nerve impulses from the brain. By reducing the amount of energy expended in restlessness and often unproductive muscular and mental activity, relaxation frees energy to be used for the highest and most constructive purpose, concentration on the divine indweller. Importance of relaxation and test of physical relaxation. Sometime when you are sitting or lying down and feeling completely relaxed, with the breath expelled, make this test. Have someone lift your hands or feet a little way and then drop them. If your limbs fall with a thud without even an involuntary effort on your part to lower them gradually, you are relaxed. If any muscle is unconsciously willed to become energized or tensed, you do not have perfect relaxation. Relaxation of the muscles and limbs helps to reduce motion and hence to reduce the normal processes of cell decay in the physical body. When by tension the bodily cells are kept active, that is, in motion, the cells deteriorate with wear and must be replaced. By perfect relaxation, cessation of motion in the bodily cells is achieved. When there is no activity, there is no wear. The cells remain in a state of suspended animation, sustained directly by the cosmic energy flowing into the body through the medulla oblongata. Tests of mental relaxation. You have attained mental relaxation when you can control the flow of thought for any length of time desired, and when you can at will free the consciousness from awareness of the body and at will resume body consciousness. When you can remain calm at all times in spite of severe trials, and when you are secure in the undying faith in God and Guru, you are truly mentally relaxed. 5 stages of mental relaxation. Most people are so restless all the time that they cannot close their eyes and hold the eyeballs still, or keep the body motionless, or concentrate upon one thing at a time, even for a little while. Yet peace and calm concentration are attributes of man's soul, of his true nature. Most people have developed a second nature, which is restlessness all the time without ever being restful. This is the first stage. By practice of meditation, the foregoing person who is all the time mentally restless succeeds in becoming, once in a great while, restful, although restless most of the time. This is the second stage. Further practice of concentration and meditation enables the student to develop calmness to a point where he is able to attain restfulness easily, but is still easily made restless by events or environment. By deeper practice of concentration and meditation, and by higher lessons such as can be learned only from a true guru preceptor, the student reaches the 4th stage, in which he is restful most of the time and restless only once in a while. This is the opposite of the second stage. By scientific meditation, it is possible to reverse one's nature from restlessness to calmness. By the practice of the highest meditation methods given by a true guru preceptor or God-realized teacher, the student at last becomes one with God in samadhi, a state of pure bliss in which the devotee feels that he His act of meditation and God, the object of meditation, have become one. This is the fifth and last stage of relaxation and self-realization, in which the devotee is restful all the time without ever becoming restless. It is the reverse of the first stage and can be attained only by being able to enter the state of samadhi at will, anytime, anywhere. There's an asterisk there that goes back to God realized teacher. It says, i.e. methods such as are taught by these lessons by Paramahansa Yogananda. And that is signed the editors. Special kinds of relaxation. Imperfect muscular relaxation. Most people are partially tensed even during periods of seeming relaxation. The energy and consciousness are partially or imperfectly withdrawn from certain muscles, limbs, and organs, but not from the five senses of touch, taste, smell, hearing, and sight. This may be termed imperfect muscular relaxation. The body cannot thrive in such a state of continual partial tension because it is fatiguing. 2. Partial muscular relaxation. Throwing the breath out, exhaling completely, and remaining without breath as long as one can do so comfortably calms the action of the lungs and diaphragm and slows the heart action, thereby helping to remove the greater amount of motion and deterioration from the active internal organs of the body. When the limbs, lungs, and diaphragm are inactive, the heart is partially calm, the body is in a state of almost perfect muscular and motor relaxation. 3. Unconscious sensory motor relaxation. In sleep, the consciousness and life energy are involuntarily switched off from the muscles and the inner organs, from the bulbs of the five senses, from the motor nerves, and partially from the heart, lungs, and diaphragm. This is called unconscious sensory motor relaxation. 4. Conscious sensory motor relaxation. By studious practice of meditation and concentration techniques for a number of years, one can voluntarily withdraw energy and mind from the senses and muscles while still remaining conscious. 5. Unconscious perfect sensory motor organic relaxation. Death is unconscious perfect sensory motor organic relaxation. It is the forced switching off of the consciousness and the life current from the entire body, limbs, muscles, senses, organs, heart, spine, and so forth. Just as the electricity retires into the dynamo when the bulb is broken, so when the body completely stops activity, the life current and consciousness return to the dynamo of cosmic energy and cosmic consciousness. As long as the wires to a certain point are not destroyed, a broken bulb at the end of them can be replaced by a new bulb, and the light can be switched on again. In the same way, as long as the wires of earthly desire running out of the dynamo of spirit remain undestroyed and connected with the earth and its attractions, as often as one body bulb breaks (goes out at death), it is necessary to replace it with a new body bulb. But when all the wires of earthly desire are cut, then reincarnation of the spiritual current in a bulb of flesh ceases, even as the destruction of a certain electrical wires would cause all current to withdraw into the dynamo and would prevent the currents flowing again into a bulb. Death signifies the complete destruction of the body bulb, but not the desire wires behind it. 6. Conscious sensory motor organic relaxation. Conscious sensory motor organic relaxation consists in the switching off and on at will of the life current and consciousness in the limbs, muscles, inner organs, lungs, diaphragm, and especially in the heart and spine. This superior conscious relaxation governed by the break of calmness is to be taught soon in another SRF lesson. The 6 forms of relaxation just described can be illustrated by the various stages of light that may be produced in a bulb attached to a dimming apparatus: bright, less bright, dim, more dim, barely visible. The various stages of relaxation represent the withdrawing or dimming of the consciousness and life current from the bulb of the body. In full body activity, as in running, the body bulb is fully and brightly ablaze with life. In imperfect relaxation, it is semi-illumined with life. In perfect muscular relaxation, the life light is less bright. In sleep, the life light is dim and calm. In meditation, the life light is a faint glow. In conscious trance, the life energy retires from the body bulb, but is ready to be switched on again at will. In death, the body bulb is broken, but in conscious sensory motor relaxation, one learns to switch off consciousness and life current from the body bulb and to switch them on again at will. This power gives victory over death. Thoughts to remember. The body is sustained by willpower and energy. If they are taken away, you would die. Willpower brings energy from the outer cosmic sources into the inner storage battery of the body, the medulla oblongata. By will, that energy may be directed to any part of the body. The greater the will, the greater the flow of energy into a body part. Energy is the missing link between the body and the mind. A nervous will is a mechanical will, drawing energy from the bodily storehouse in the brain and dissipating it without conscious direction. SRF students are taught to visualize the body as divided into 20 parts, as each part has a different set of tissues, and to direct energy by will to each part individually. The alternating tension called for in SRF exercises is not muscular control, but a recharging of the muscles with the energy drawn from the outer cosmic source by the power of will. If you learn to utilize this energy that is constantly flowing in you, you will never feel tired. Self-realization exercises help you to feel and control that energy in the body. Too often we write out checks of energy that do not replace energy funds. Too often we write out checks of energy and do not replace energy funds. If we write out checks and keep putting money in the bank, our account will always show a balance in our favor, and we will not miss what we spend. But if we keep on writing checks and do not deposit more funds in our bank account, it will soon be overdrawn. So it is with the body. If we write out checks of energy and do not put back any more energy, we will become weak. But if we replenish our bodies with energy, we will never feel tired. Nothing can heal but life force. The whole purpose of true exercise is to awaken the inner source of energy which we have ignored throughout our lives. How to awaken that energy, that inner source? By sending life energy into the body by willpower. Affirmation. Daily I will try to realize that Thou, O God, art the power that keeps me healthy, prosperous, and seeking spiritual truth. Self-Realization Fellowship Lesson S1 P8. Thy self-realization will blossom forth from thy soulful study. Teach us to dive deep in meditation by Paramahansa Yogananda. Heavenly Christ, resurrect us in thy consciousness. May we realize thy vastness within and without. As thou didst resurrect thyself into the infinity of spirit, may we arise from the tomb of ignorance within the vast light of wisdom. May our souls awaken in thee. Thou art present in the lilies and the stars. Awaken thou our aspirations, O Christ. Be thou the pole star of our shipwrecked thoughts. Teach us to dive deeper and deeper in the ocean of meditation. If by one or two or many divings we do not find the pearls of thy contact, may we not say that the ocean of meditation does not contain thee. May we find fault with the lack of depth and persistence of our meditations. Teach us to dive deeper and deeper in the ecstasy of meditation until we find thee. O Spirit, templed in the skies, templed in our souls and in our thoughts, receive the joy of our souls. Awaken the gates of wisdom. Destroy the darkness that veils our vision. Make us realize that thou art ever ours. Recharge our bodies with thy power and our souls with thy bliss. Prayer. Divine Mother, teach me to recharge my body, mind, and soul with thine unlimited, all-healing light which is within me. Art of Energization, Part 4. Review Lessons 5, 6, and 7 to pick up again the thread of thought on this important subject and to improve your understanding of the principles of the technique of energization to be given in this lesson. Energy from the inner source. Food contains a limited amount of life energy, hence the body can extract from it some strength. But if the internal bodily supply of life's energy is exhausted, food is of no use. A certain amount of energy is stored in the muscles, bones, marrow, blood, and tissues of the body, as in a storage battery. The supply of energy in the body parts depends upon the oxygen and food chemicals taken into the body, and upon the amount of energy drawn in through the medulla oblongata. We want healthy muscles, blood, tissues, and so on, but good health does not result from the exercise and energization of muscles alone. The cells in every body part must be energized. Therefore, we should daily apply scientific methods of recharging the body with energy from the inexhaustible inner source. To teach a method of recharging all the body cells by tapping this inner source is the purpose and of the present series of lessons on the art of energization. To refresh your mind regarding the principles of energization of the bodily cells, perform this little experiment. Lift up your arm, then drop it. What lifted your arm? Willpower and energy. You cannot lift your arm by willpower alone. It requires both will and energy. The arm can be lifted only when willpower causes sufficient energy to flow into that bodily part to lift its weight. Lift your arm again. What is holding it up? Willpower and energy. If you do not use willpower to keep it up, it will drop. Or if the energy is somehow cut off, the arm will drop to your side again. Willpower and energy are both necessary. Willpower is the switch that controls the flow of energy. The greater the concentration of will, the greater the flow of energy to a particular body part. The following exercise will further illustrate the connection between willpower and energy. Mechanical and voluntary movements of muscles compared. Example A. Extend the right arm in front of you. Place the left arm upon the biceps muscle of the right arm. Bend the right arm at the elbow, observing the automatic contraction of the bicep through the mechanical movement. Note that the action of the will is in bending of the arm and not in the contraction of the muscle. Example B. Relax the right arm so that it hangs loosely at the side. With the left hand, lightly grasp the biceps muscle of the right arm. Close the eyes. Then, without bending the right arm at the elbow, contract the biceps slowly to the maximum using your will. Sense the tensing of the bicep muscle as a result of exertion of your will, but permit no mechanical movement of the arm. Relax slowly. Note that this contraction of the biceps muscle parentheses, if done successfully, results in the direct action of the will on the muscle, parentheses. If you are not able to contract this muscle in the upper arm, make the experiment with the forearm, whose muscles some people find easier to tense at will. Scientific tension and relaxation. Tension results when the energy is sent by willpower to any muscle. There are varying degrees of tension depending upon the amount of energy directed to the muscle. For the purpose of explaining self-realization fellowship recharging techniques, we shall refer broadly to 3 degrees of tension: low, medium, and high. Low indicates a small amount of energy, medium more energy, and high means that as much energy as possible. The withdrawal of energy from the muscles is called relaxation. This too may be considered to have 3 states or degrees, from partial to complete relaxation. In order to tense, one must first be relaxed, however. A popular conception of relaxation involves movement. A person who is asked to relax usually shifts his limbs about, in effect tenses them, and then thinks he is physically relaxed. But even as an automobile standing with the engine running burns energy, so also many persons, even though they may be sleeping, sitting, or lying down, are actually partially tensed, low, medium, or high, parentheses. According to the degree of their mental nervousness, they are thus burning energy even when their bodies are apparently at rest. When we move our arm or any part of the body to relax it and keep on moving it, we are not relaxing, parentheses, i.e. withdrawing energy from it, but are really tensing, parentheses, i.e. sending energy to it instead. Exercise in general tension and relaxation. Sit on a chair. Tense the whole body, then relax, taking care to keep the body motionless. Bend forward with arms down and clasping your hands together. Hold an imaginary cord tied to an imaginary weight of 25 pounds. Will to lift the 25 pounds, sending enough energy and willpower to raise it 1 inch from the floor. Tense the hands first and then add their strength to their strength that of the tensed forearms. Add the power of the tensed upper arms, then that of the tensed chest, abdomen, buttocks, thighs, legs, and feet. The weight feels very heavy, but gradually tense harder and continue lifting it higher, 2 inches, 6 inches, 12 inches. Then lower the imaginary weight to the floor, feeling the tension leave all the body parts. Sit back on your chair, relaxed and motionless. The best way to know the exact amount of energy required to lift an imaginary weight of 25 pounds, parentheses, or any amount, is actually to lift something that weighs that much. Relax after doing so, then try to employ the same amount of tension to lift the imaginary object of equal weight. Try increasing the weight to 30, then to 40 pounds, thus increasing the amount of tension and hence the amount of energy in the body parts used in the lifting. Relaxing exercise. Dogs and cats stretch and relax upon awakening, but man strips his muscle gears by jumping out of bed, suddenly throwing the body into action in response to an alarm clock or telephone bell. At whatever hour of the morning the consciousness first awakens the body, remain lying on the back with eyes closed and practice the following exercise. Think of the body as divided into these 20 major parts: left foot, left calf, right calf, left thigh, left buttock, right buttock, lower abdomen, upper abdomen and stomach, left forearm, right forearm, left upper arm, right upper arm, left chest, left of the neck, right of the neck, front of the neck, back of the neck. Tense simultaneous all these 20 body parts. Hold the tension for a count of 3, then quickly relax and exhale. Feel the energy and willpower slipping away from the body as you relax. Remain perfectly still without moving any muscle, and for as long as you can, comfortably do so without taking another breath. Feel as relaxed as a jellyfish without any awareness of bones and flesh as long as you like. We now come to the technique of recharging the body battery, by which one can draw more and more life-sustaining energy from the ether and thus depend less and less upon solids, liquids, sunshine, and gases for sustenance. Okay, that is the end of S1P8. No, excuse me. That is the top of page 5 in S1P8. We're ending now here because of time constraints.